Hello, everyone. I am currently sort of sick and working from home, but I wanted to take the time to shoot this quick video and talk about what we really mean when we always advise clients to make sure they have a travel advisor when they're designing a trip. And this is what I mean. I know, a lot of you guys are out there, either you're starting to travel or you have been traveling for a while and you've been trying to do it on your own. And you're like, you talk to your partner, your spouse, and you're like, okay, we have this budget and we want to go to this place. And then you sit down and you like fast forward 30 hours later of your life, you're still working on that one trip. You still have not been able to narrow down where to go, when to go. Are you missing out on something that could be better? It's so overwhelming because there's so many options out there and so many websites claiming that they can get you the better price or that they can get you the most amenities, et cetera, et cetera. But let's say that you can figure that part out and then, you move on and you make the reservation, and then anything, most of us, when we book a trip, we book it a year before, 10 months before, maybe 6 months before. But there's a lot that can happen from the time that you make the reservation to the time that, you actually take the trip. Well, all these little things that pop up, like, tours change the time, drivers no longer available, flight changes, schedule changes. You got to call the airline because the flight that they booked you on is terrible now. And you had paid this extra money to have this better itinerary. All of these things can happen. And then you're sitting there having to put up with that. And then fast forward to the trip itself, you're having to sit there if something goes wrong and waste 2-3 hours of your day that you probably spent God knows how many hundreds of dollars on to be at that place for that limited amount of time. And you're having to sit there and make all these calls and play what I call secretary. Do yourself a favor and get a travel advisor to help you. And that way, if something happens, all you got to do is send them a text and be like, hey, guess what? This went wrong. Can you fix it? There's things that we can't fix, like anything in life. We don't have control of everything. But most things your travel agent, a good one, can either prevent or fix for you. So do yourself a favor and get a travel agent.